am RedCyclone! Yeah!
Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Square podcast. So I'm your host, Louis Beans. I'm here with Merc with the mic. He has already been got, as we say.
Actually, not really, because one of the pre-orders I got, I pre-ordered that like a year ago.
It still ain't come?
Yeah, it was like a year ago.
Okay, when a pre-order does that, right? And it's the date has passed. Do you get an email?
They'll update you.
Okay, all right.
They have updated me. It's just like I was like, okay, and like now I get just random NECA figures coming in my mailbox because now they starting to send them out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still waiting on the disguised turtles. I'm waiting for that. I think I'm waiting for the foot soldiers and the Mousers because I did those. I think I'm waiting for. There's a couple of them I'm waiting for actually. And then Super 7, I'm waiting for the 4 turtles. I'm waiting for the Ryder and Cardona and Myers figures I got in. So I'm still waiting on the 4 turtles though.
Okay. And those are all from like the same.
Yeah, those are Super 7.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, they like to take my money and it happens. So yeah, I got Scumbug and I forgot the other guy's name in today. They're very detailed. They looked really cool. I actually remember having Scumbug as a toy back in the day. Like I think I had the original figure of him. So
yeah, you showed me the picture. They do not look familiar.
Yeah. But they look cool. I was very happy. They're big, especially the one with a bunch of arms. He's kind of big.
Is that accurate to the original or is that new?
Yeah. It's accurate to the cartoon because these are the ones that are based on the cartoon series.
Okay.
But yeah, they're cool. And then I got shout out to Tommy. He found Hurricane for the WWE figure, so I got the Hurricane.
Now, what type of figure is he? Just generic?
He's the Legends Elite.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he came in. He looks cool.
Do they come with a bunch of hands and stuff?
Yeah. No, he just has the cape. He looks like when he returned with the kind of look like Nightwing in a way with the long hair.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he looked like. So NECA, I have 2 left of their stuff that they had to send me, and that is the disguised turtles and the foot soldier and Mousers.
Okay.
That's what they owe me. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, I got those in. Those are cool. And I gotta set up something. I'm just collecting boxes now, but I gotta really get this display going and reorganize this whole thing because the NECA boxes are getting kind of ridiculous because I can actually make a small wall with all the NECA figures I have in box right now.
Which box is the cat's favorite box?
Well, they don't actually go on these. They do like the boxes that they come in, so those are the ones they lay in.
Okay.
But they're
the unknown generic boxes.
And Loki likes the paper, the packing paper. She likes that. So she's been sleeping on that. She's actually sleeping on it right now as we speak. I don't know why.
Is that specific to one of them, or is that like they do that?
With the cats?
No, the paper. Look, because doesn't sound familiar. You mean like just a generic white paper?
Like they have it's like paper. They use it to like keep things in.
Oh, like to line up the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that paper.
Okay.
They love that. Loki particularly loves that paper, and she loves sleeping on it. She literally just sleeps on it. I left like 2 pieces on the floor, and she'll sleep on it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, they look at me when I throw out the boxes. They're like, "What the fuck, yo?
Stop."
Like, those are ours.
I could use this.
Yeah. Now I'm looking in. I just pre-ordered the Universal Monsters X Turtles too. The Leonardo, the Hunchback Leonardo.
They don't come in a set.
Nah, they're individuals.
Okay.
And it looks like there's gonna be 6 of them. Me and my friend Jerry, shout outs to him. Me and him was trying to guess the other ones because you see Raph is the monster, Frankenstein's monster. Leonardo's like Igor, he's like a hunchback. Michelangelo's the mummy, and you kind of see him how he looks. It looks like April is gonna be Bride of Frankenstein, and then there's 2 underneath them. That one looks like Donatello, and you can't really tell what he is. We think it was going to be a vampire. I'm also thinking that might be a mad scientist because it looks like they all have that Frankenstein vibe.
And these are not from anything. These are brand new.
They're Universal Monsters, so they kind of have a combination. So usually they base it off of the movies and stuff like that.
No, I mean these aren't like reprints. Like they're not redoing these from an old series.
So they're not. So they have done it back in the day, but they're not the exact same.
They are not the exact same. Yeah. Understood. Okay.
So there will be.
But how many are there? If you can't go past so many, then you can only guess like who's gonna be what. Then not which ones are in there, right?
So yeah. So right now, so when NECA said there's 8 in the works, and they showed 3. Well, they showed 2 fully, and then they kind of previewed Mikey. And they just showed his face, and then kind of previewed. You can see the silhouette is April. Like April is the only female that they really do. They haven't done like Irma in a separate thing. It's always April. And so far it looks like it has a theme of the monsters of the Frankenstein movie and shit like that. So it looks like it kind of has a theme because there's one silhouette that looks like they have a cowboy hat. Me and my friend thinks it's he said it's Shredder. It looks kind of like Shredder, but it also looks like Splinter wearing a cowboy hat too. And I'm like, it might be one of those two. And then the other one looks like Donatello, but it's
which monster would Splinter be wearing a cowboy hat? What monster was it?
Like a Van Helsing or like a the Monster Hunter or something like that.
That's cheating. That's not fair.
Yeah. And then I think Donatello, if he's not like a mad scientist, I think he's gonna be a vampire.
I guess you would have to be a vampire, right? Because that's a monster. The scientist isn't the monster, right?
Well, but again, like it looks like they have a theme going on. So the mad scientist was the one that created the monster. So
yeah, but didn't he just get killed?
And it works with Donatello too.
No, that makes the most sense. Yes, but if they're gonna be the monsters, I think maybe the vampire is the better guess.
Yeah, but we'll see.
But I don't know. Listen, they make the rules.
Yeah.
Scott Steiner, he does not obey them. So
yeah. So like the original ones, when they came out on the original figures, when they came out in the original toy line, Donatello was a vampire, Leonardo was a werewolf, Michelangelo was Frankenstein, and Raphael was the mummy.
And that was it. They did not make any more.
And then they made a second set that just had Donatello, Raph, and Leo, and April O'Neil was Bride of Frankenstein.
And then that set, did they switch the orders of who was what?
I think Leo was the creature of the Black Lagoon. Raphael was an alien.
Oh, the aliens
with the big brain and shit.
You mean like the gray? The gray is the old school.
And
wow, that's interesting.
And I think one of them was the Invisible Man.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think that was Donatello and Michelangelo. And I think one of them were out this series. I think it was Michelangelo, and then April was Bride of Frankenstein.
Wow.
So that's what they did in the back in the day, but they look like they're doing something different now.
So I'm looking at the list of the official monsters, like who they... Did you know that technically Abbott and Costello count?
Yes, they do.
Because they meet, some of them.
Yeah. Actually,
but I think that's just branding. I don't think they legitimately are the monsters, but they do count. But if you look here, You have Mad Doctor. That's
Yeah.
one. Mad Doctor of Market Street. That's one. Invisible Woman is another one. I didn't know Invisible Woman counted.
Yeah.
Like that was a character. I don't know what Night Monster is. There's just one that just says Night Monster with Bela Lugosi, but it's not. Maybe that's a vampire. Does not say.
I'll send you both sets.
Phantom of the Opera counts. He counts as a universal monster.
Okay.
Captive Wild Woman.
Yeah.
That counts.
But I think I think they have a theme going on.
I think that's a werewolf. That looks like King Kong. What the hell?
It's probably a werewolf.
It's a gorilla.
Gorilla. Probably is King Kong.
A gorilla with remarkably human characteristics. That's interesting. So technically, that counts as a universal monster. Yeah, the list when you go through it, like when you see what's the monster in each movie, it's like, oh, it's not just the ones you think of.
Yeah, they have
a frozen ghost.
Yeah,
like that's another one.
Yeah,
is this a ghost?
Handful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, I sent you the original ones. Those are the original ones that came out.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually think I still have the first 4. I don't have none of the second wave.
I've seen the Mummy, Raphael. Yeah.
I think I still have these 4.
And the Mummy, the Frankenstein, Michelangelo. Okay.
That Dracula goes for like almost $500 right now.
I mean, I can imagine they're incredibly old, right? That's
well, towards the towards the later of the Turtles run, so it came out like maybe 93, 94.
Yeah, that's still a long time ago. It's 2022.
It's still a long time ago, but it's like not like the original waves. It's towards like
at least in figure collecting time.
They had like 50 waves before this happened.
So
they were farmers and Easter bunnies and shit before this.
What jobs have the Ninja Turtles not had?
Everything.
Is there a list?
They were everything.
Is there a list? Can we call the Ninja Turtles the unsung heroes of that city? What city is that? New York City?
New York, yeah.
Of New York City, because they do every job. They are.
Well, technically in the cartoon, they didn't do the extra jobs. It's the toy line that made them do the jobs.
They never did. Mark, you're blowing my mind.
They just stole people. They stole people's money. That's what they did.
You're blowing my mind. Well, so out of one of those types of things, like they haven't even done half that stuff, have they?
No, they have not. The toy line has like a whole different storyline for them than they do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had the Turtles robbing people to make money.
It makes more sense now that you tell me that they never had jobs.
Nope. They didn't get a job until like the CGI movie.
Wow. What did they do? Sell insurance?
No, they all took jobs because they were broke. So Mikey was Collar Carl. Donatello was helping people with their internet and shit. He was doing tech support. Raphael was just the night Batman-ish character. He just fought crime and stole people's money, and then Leonardo left him.
Wow, that's messed up.
There you go. But Mikey was Cowabunga Carl. He was a he had a job.
What was that? Did he just like he give out flyers on the street? He was a birthday
turtle.
What?
Yeah.
Can you still get that?
It's on Netflix though, I think.
Can you still get that? Like, can I order a birthday turtle?
Probably not, but you can probably find the van that he had on eBay.
Oh,
Cowabunga Carl.
That's great. That's a deep cut. I'm assuming. So,
that was
merch.
I like that.
Merch of that. Is there any Cowabunga Carl merch?
There's the turtle van for the movie. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He had a van. Yeah. I mean, it has this big ass turtle head on top.
I guess they knew what they wanted. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Michelangelo just put on a big ass turtle head and then did birthday parties.
Was it a realistic looking turtle, or was it also just a Ninja Turtle?
It was a very cartoony turtle, but he used his body and then just put a big ass mask on.
That's funny. That's funny.
So yeah.
Excuse me. I like to point something out because of the movies we watched. Did you know Did you know that there's not revised? There's a continuation of the Universal Monsters that keeps going on into today.
So they was trying to make like a MCU-ish kind of thing with the Universal Monsters, and I think it started off with Dracula.
It's not it's not related to that thing. I remember what you're talking about. So what it is the later years while Universal's, because this is from the wiki, because this is an interesting ass topic. I didn't even know it was like this, but there's some movies in here that we watched.
Yeah,
Darkman counts.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, wow, okay. Tremors,
yeah.
Army of Darkness,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park,
Okay.
Bride of Chucky.
Huh?
Yeah. It doesn't even say like Child's Play. It says Bride of Chucky. Dawn of the Dead, 2004 version, because that's not the original one. Right?
Yeah.
King Kong, 2005.
Okay.
And the last one they have is Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
Okay.
And I forgot to mention the first three: Psycho, The Birds, and Jaws.
Okay.
And it's like they can, and the Thing counts. And I think the Thing's 30th anniversary is today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, because it's 82.
Yeah.
So that's
I know they was trying to bring them back because they also did that Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. And,
they had a bunch of them.
And they try to like make a MCU-ish kind of connection to them through them.
That is interesting. So Chucky counts as a Universal monster. Darkman counts. The Thing in the Ground from Tremors counts.
Yeah.
Ash apparently is a Universal monster.
Yep.
And Norman Bates. There you go. And King Kong. So King Kong does count.
Yeah, that makes sense. King Kong. Yeah.
And the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Wait a second. Here's another connection. In that movie, the Peter Jackson one, doesn't he beat up a T-Rex?
No.
It's a different monster?
I think it was the King Kong Island.
Kong Island, he fought a T-Rex?
No, he did fight T-Rexes because in the game you fight them.
Yeah,
but the Xbox game.
It's like more than one though in the game though, right?
Yeah, there's more than one because you actually had to make a plot. A long game. It was actually not a bad game. It was an easy 1,000 achievement points.
Okay, all right.
I did that. That was like my first platinum, my first 1,000 achievements in the Xbox 360.
Wow.
Peter Jackson, King Kong.
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Remember that was like one of the best looking games that came out on 360 at that time.
Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen that.
Do you remember? I don't remember who made that though. Like why it looked so good.
I think it was Activision.
Makes sense. I mean, well, it's a hell of a segue, Merc. I don't know why you did that.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Didn't have to.
I think I did. I felt it. I got it right here. And Ubisoft.
What? Really?
Ubisoft made it. And guess how much it goes for right now? Brand new in box.
How much is that?
$78.99.
I mean, listen, they don't press them 360 discs no more.
Dude, I remember buying that for like $3 in the bargain bin.
Oh man.
So, interesting segment thinking that it was Activision, and which it wasn't. It was Ubisoft. Activision got bought out by Xbox.
Yeah, well, Microsoft. The company, the PC, the people's computers. Everybody at least has access to. The people who made the green box with the X on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn, son, that's big because like I wasn't expecting that. Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
So when I was actually looking up the article of this and actually like going into it and reading it and seeing the full acquisition and what was happening, it's not official until March. So there's a chance that it could get shut down if it doesn't fully prevail, because someone could put up that it could be a monopoly, you're monopolizing the game industry kind of thing, so it can get canceled. But it looks like I think it's gonna go 100% in, and it's gonna be a sell. It's huge for Xbox and PC. I still don't. So I was talking to a coworker of mine, and they were like there's things that I don't think is gonna be exclusive though. I think they're still gonna be there to like. I think they're gonna want the money more than anything. So I think like I could see some of the titles being exclusives, maybe doing like their own Call of Duty exclusive on the Xbox. But I see like Warzone still being on everything. I still see certain games being on everything, and I still see they'll pick and choose which ones they will have exclusive.
Well, funny you said that, because that's one of the first things that I think it was the Phil Spencer, the guy who's the head.
Yeah.
It was either him or somebody else official that said they were going to honor anything that has to do with Sony.
Yeah.
At this moment.
But that's because they have contract deals. So basically, a lot of their contract deals don't end to about 2025.
That's a long time from now. That's 3 years, man.
Exactly.
A lot of if you have not paid attention to the past 2 years, a lot of stuff can happen in 3 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a big deal still. Like for them to not just be like, "Hey, this is brand new. F you." No. Also, I didn't know about this until I guess it was like Friday.
Yeah.
I think it was reported that the stock of Sony went down by 20 billion.
Yes, it hit hard because of that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that was the first time acquisition that Microsoft did has affected PlayStation like that.
That was directly affecting them. And with a B.
So Xbox pretty much buying Activision. These are some of the studios they get within Activision that they acquire. They get Blizzard Entertainment, which is Blizzard is its own entity. World of Warcraft, Overwatch, StarCraft, things like that are huge in the PC world. Beanox, which is they haven't really done much lately. I know them because they did the Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Is that the only thing they got to
That's
work
what
on?
I remember them from. I don't remember. I think they did the later Tony Hawk games.
Was that the Thug series?
Yes.
I have no.
I think they were Neversoft at first, and then I think they became Beanox.
Is that Neversoft? Okay, well, if it's Neversoft, then Neversoft is Neversoft. It has a history.
Yeah. Digital Legends, High Moon Studios.
Is it High Moon the Transformers or somebody else?
They did Transformers. They also did the Deadpool game.
You know, that's humor. I'm okay. I don't like that game. I don't like that game.
That was fun. I
like some of the story in the game. Yeah. I like the moments and stuff. Some of the comedy it hits.
It wasn't the best.
Some
game.
of how annoyed some of the characters get with Deadpool. Like I think it was captured good because obviously they didn't skip on voice acting.
Yeah.
It's just the gameplay. It didn't hit for me.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Like the gameplay wasn't the greatest, and honestly, it was like Devil May Cry-ish, and it kind of not a good one in that tank.
Because yeah. You know what I would say for it, Mark? The feeling I have about that game is the gameplay. The game was too long for the gameplay.
No, I agree 100%.
If the story was not too long for the gameplay, because the story was there's nothing I can really complain about the story too much, right? The gameplay though, it just was. By the time you get to the end, you're like, damn, this is not great. Yeah, that's how I feel.
I did like a lot of the moments and like a lot of the storyline stuff, and like like when you find Wolverine and he like beats his ass up to wake him up and things like that.
Yep.
I liked the introduction to Cable. Who's that?
Yeah, that part I like a lot.
I like this shit like that. I thought it was cool. Infinity Ward, King.
The Call of Duty people. Wait a second.
One of the Call of Duty people. There's a couple.
Well, the former the with the capital T.
Those are the Modern Warfare people. King, which is the company that makes Candy Crush.
I know that's super important to a lot of people. I've never played that.
Radical Entertainment. I'm not sure what they have done.
Sounds familiar. I can't place it.
Ravensoft. They did the current Call of Duty, and they also done a lot.
It's not how they started out, though.
Huh?
It's not how they started out, though.
No, they haven't.
They used to make different games.
They did make some X-Men Legends.
Hate you, Activision.
They did X-Men Legends 1 and 2, and they did the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
That's one of the reasons I don't play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because of the teams they cannibalized and make it, and they stopped making some of the stuff I wanted to play.
They also did the cool ass Wolverine game that came out for the movie.
So mad. Oh, like the only thing I can say about this, Mark, I hope they release these people from the chains.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know who's there.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Just if you're thinking about go back to 360 till now, that's still a long time.
Yeah.
It's like 10 years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, almost
right?
20. Yeah.
So who's there? I don't know. Because again, the stuff I remember some of those teams for is the cool games they made. I don't hate it. Again, it's just my inability to play it because of how they make me feel physically.
Yeah.
First person shooters not on my bag. Duty wasn't my thing, right?
Yep.
But I loved a lot of the innovative and cool things that the other studios that worked under that brand made.
Yeah.
And got rid of them. They made them make Duty.
You got Sledgehammer Games. You have toys for Bob and Treyarch. Treyarch is the people that did
well, that's an OG Tony Hawk, but they have the name still.
They have the Black Ops, the Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah, I know, but they made Tony Hawk though.
Beanox also did the Guitar Hero games.
I mean, I had some fun. I probably played Guitar Hero a handful of times, but it was fun.
So Microsoft just got their hands on a shit ton of. They got Crash Bandicoot.
You know, after the last one, I could say I don't know if that's anything to brag about because the team that made it is not there, right? The team that made that was actually like Sony's team, right?
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
And that they made the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
That last Crash, it's tight.
But Activision does own it now. Activision does own Crash, so now Crash is property of Xbox.
Yeah, their track record though.
They got
the
Spiral
Crash
too.
games. Like I don't like. Did you ever play the Activision Crash?
It's
not great.
The
It's
last
not
one
great.
wasn't bad.
What's the last one that they made?
I forgot the name of it. I think it's About Time or something like that.
That wasn't the one that was like riding focus, was it?
No.
Because that one wasn't great. That was like the first one they got.
Yeah.
I think something at a time. Like that wasn't that great.
Yeah, that was a good one though. I actually liked that. The Crash wasn't that bad. What else? But yeah, I think it's a big change, and it's gonna be something.
And that's not even talking about the controversial stuff.
Yeah, there's still a
Because
lot
those people got to go.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna be cleaning house, and they probably.
I hope, because everybody's talking about the head guy. Yeah, we know. We know Bobby Kotick, but Bobby Kotick wasn't out there messing with people and sexually harassing people.
Yeah.
He just let it go under the radar. Y'all need to get them people that was doing the dirt out.
Yeah.
That's air them out. Let's
I think
go.
a lot of them were released already.
You'd be surprised a lot of them weren't.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not like that. I'm not doubting that at all.
Like, that's the thing. A lot of them people, team leaders and all that stuff, people in high positions, y'all
they
got to
protect
go.
one another.
They got to go.
But yeah, it's a big acquisition. You'll see probably in due time. Probably by March, this is where you're going to see like the full thing of what's going to go on and what's going to change and what's going to happen. But it's a huge acquisition for Xbox, and that changes. It could be a big game changer in that mentality as well.
So what do you think? Good or bad?
It's good for Xbox, 100%. It gives them more titles. The only thing is with Xbox is like, yeah, you got all these studios. Yes, you got all these games. When they're coming out?
Yeah, this is true.
The
But
thing is-
it's also it's just like these people have been making Call of Duty for so long. They probably forgot how to make anything else.
yeah. And they have really good studios, and that's the thing. They have a lot of good studios, and Blizzard in themselves are a juggernaut as well. They could honestly don't even have to make a new game. They could just put freaking Warcraft, Xbox Game Pass.
That would be a smart thing to do
Yeah.
because it's not doing too well because of Final Fantasy 14 whooping its ass.
So you get a bunch of new people like jumping on it because of that.
And also, don't they have Diablo 4? That's like, I think it's this year.
Diablo 4,
So
they just did the remaster of 2.
So they got some stuff. Oh, there's some messed up stuff, some jank with that game. Did you know that there was I believe it's some type of DRM, which is not great. Whenever you hear those letters, they still haven't figured it out yet, PC or otherwise. There is a DRM for Diablo 2 Remastered that if you don't play the game in 30 days, it locks you out of the game.
Oh shit.
And I don't know the resolution, so that's all I know. That sucks.
Yeah.
I imagine if you have to contact customer service to play your game, that's just a process you don't even want to go through.
Yeah.
What kind of crap is that? Get
Yeah.
outta here.
It is what it is.
Get out of here.
But it's a big. I think it's big for Xbox. I think Bethesda was a big one as well. So they just
Okay. The bigger question is it good for everybody else? For us, the people who potentially are going to be paying money for these things? Because I
think
I don't know. I don't know.
I think for Xbox people and just in general, like if you have a Game Pass membership, you benefit 100%.
Okay.
You're gonna get all these titles on Game Pass. They like the moment they get the acquisition and everything is said and done, watch you get a shit ton of Activision games on Game Pass right away.
I hope so. Don't make people wait.
They ain't gonna make people wait. They're gonna put everything on. I will say 100%. You'll get probably the past Call of Duties. You'll probably get Overwatch. You'll probably get, you probably definitely will get like some of the old Tony Hawks or wherever they have rights to still. The thing is, I think
They better not take Spider-Man out.
they would
Just
have
saying.
to.
They
They
better
own
not
the
take.
rights to Spider-Man.
Come on, man. Does whatever a spider can. Come on,
So
get out
he'd
of
be
here.
like, no.
Get out of here with that. Don't do that.
He's like, you took everything. Fuck you.
And who's gonna put X-Men Legends back on something
No
for
one.
me to buy? See what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
just making me more and more mad.
But
Come
you know
on,
what?
man.
But in general, I think they actually took out. Remember they did the remasters of X-Men Legends. Not X-Men. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and they had 1 and 2 like for sale. Activision had them for sale. You can't buy those no more.
I do not doubt that.
Yeah.
I do not doubt that.
But it's a good thing for Game Pass people. It's a good thing for PC and Xbox people because you're gonna get a benefit if you have Game Pass. I still say that they are still gonna work with PlayStation. I don't think everything is gonna be exclusive to Xbox because there's so much money to be made for being on PS5, and I don't think they want to lose that money.
Well,
So,
they're
like,
working with Nintendo, so they know what's up.
yeah, it looks like I feel Xbox has a thing of just being convenient. And I think that's the big word with Xbox is being more convenient for the gamer. So Game Pass is fucking super convenient. You don't have to buy game. I have not bought a game once since I bought an Xbox. I have not bought one game
That's what it's there for.
at all. And I refuse to buy a game. That's why I'm hoping WWE 2K22 goes on Xbox Game Pass. So I'll have to buy it. But
Yeah, you could also we could bring that up as well because that's a very recent thing.
yes, also, if you listen to the Wrestling Babble, we actually talked about it on there, but we'll give it a little love in here. So WWE 2K22 had its first like real big commercial trailer that kind of showcased the game and also a lot of shenanigans in like the WWE office and stuff. I actually liked the commercial. It was funny. It was entertaining. The gameplay itself and the game itself, I kind of still like, I don't know if I'm 100% behind it. I think me and you are 100% agree. Where's the fucking demo? We need a
Yeah,
demo.
at this point, we need a demo. Yes.
Just saying. 2K usually releases a demo like a month before the game. The
Let's
NBA
go.
NBA usually gets a demo like a month before the game. So a month before the game, I'll say add the online service, add maybe 4 wrestlers, 2 girls, 2 guys, just to fucking get a feel of it. and then also have online play just to see where you're at with the online play, because this is a way you could test it.
Yeah. I mean, they should have a beta
it's
for the online.
But that should have been a long time ago, though. If you do it like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still do just to see where you're at, like you said. Because I mean, well, then again, there's no excuse because it's as close to a fighting game as you're gonna get without it being a fighting game, right?
Yeah.
Because it's two people fighting on the internet.
Yeah.
You don't want it to have bad netcode.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you have already a bad reputation for 2 years ago. So right now, this is coming to a clean slate to try to revamp your title. I honestly think, I hope it's good. I really do. I really hope it's good gameplay. I'm actually excited for the GMO because I always liked that feature, but I hope it gets really in detail with it and not just a brush off of the universe mode and just having a owner that you control, and that's it. I want more. I want like the financial statistics and all that shit. I want that whole GM experience kind of thing.
How much popcorn is selling? I need to know.
I need to know if I had to adjust prices. I want to see how many of those T-shirts are selling. Who's selling more T-shirts?
Who the hell is still buying Braun Strowman T-shirts? I mean,
WWE released like the top sellers of merch.
I know, right? The Fiend, a bunch of other people.
You know who's number one?
Who? Wait. Okay. Was
Steve
it the
Austin.
Fiend? Oh, still?
Number 2 is John Cena.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think is number 3?
Not Roman Reigns?
Not Roman.
Really?
Who do you think? She,
Becky?
I would say, is it she?
I was gonna think Becky because all those the man shirts. No. Who?
It's not Becky.
Who?
Alexa.
Wow. What
Alexa's
period?
number 3 on top merch.
And that's like for recent, like for now.
For 2021.
Wow. That's interesting.
Alexa's number 3. Roman's number 4. I think the Usos, I think New Day in general, because they put New Day together. I think they're number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the legends take over. I think Becky's number 6, Ric Flair's number 7, NWO's number 8, and it goes on for there. Usos is, I think, top 10.
Okay, that's cool.
Usos is top 10, but Alexa Bliss number 3.
Wow. Was it the Lily Dolls? Is that what it was?
She had a lot of merch. That was one thing. She did have a lot of merch, and she had a lot of cool looking merch too. So, like a lot of her stuff, it looked really dope. So I'm not surprised that it was a top seller because a lot of her stuff would look really cool.
I should have bought a Lily doll before they stopped.
But over Roman, just saying, Alexa's over Roman.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I really hope this game is good. Rey Mysterio is gracing the cover. He's the cover art person, and then I think there's an NWO collector's edition, which is not really a collector's edition because it's not a physical thing. So it's not a collector's edition. It's a fucking overpriced collection of things that you're gonna get in game, and not just it's not a collector's edition. Stop calling it a collector's edition. Unless I have an NWO title that comes with the damn game, it's not a collector's edition.
Or something signed by all of them, right?
You know what's funny? Australia has a exclusive Rey Mysterio mask that comes with the game. I would
a wearable one? Can you put it on?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad.
And it was the mask of the cover.
That's not bad.
That would have made sense. I would have took that. I actually would have went for that. I liked some of the collector's edition. I liked the NXT one that they did. I think that was the last one I bought. I bought the one with the Ric Flair. I think that was the last collector's edition I got. Because the Ric Flair was dope. But that was the one with the suit and the belt.
Okay, gotcha.
So there's no like actual physical collector's edition.
Shame on you.
In the US, that's ridiculous. Then there's NWO. Like, how you not have? There's a lot of NWO merch. Put that shit in.
Yeah. It should have came with the cinder block that disintegrator across Steve Austin's knee that one time.
There you go. Or you could have just put
that Scott Hall. I'll never forget that. The Scott Hall hit him with a cinder block and it disintegrated. That was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Bionic redneck. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh god. It should have came with something. How come that's not a moment? They put moments in those games. That's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
Did they ever do the moment where Triple H hit HBK in the back with the sledgehammer?
Yes, I think it was in the showcase mode and one of the earlier ones, like the 2K16 or something like that. I don't remember.
So somewhere there's a digital HBK with jeans on getting hit in the back with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. But yeah, 2K22 I think comes out March 8th, so be aware. Check it out.
Still waiting on the demo.
Please Game
That's all
Pass.
I'm saying.
Please Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'll be 100% behind Game Pass just because I will play the game and see how it is. And I will purchase it if it's really good, and I'll put it on PS5 so I can get the platinum for it.
Gotcha.
So just saying, demo.
Yeah.
Do you
Please
want to
do
get
that.
into this movie?
Yeah.
All right.
So this week, for our superhero and comic book movies of 2 decades, from 1978 to 2000, it is Steel, that debuted in the U.S. August 15th, 1997.
Yep.
It is, was it rated PG-13? 13.
Yeah.
For like one curse word. And it is an hour and 37 minutes.
Yep.
It is do solo. All right. I want to know. Does this belong in the DC universe?
Well, it won't be DCU, but it's a DC comic book. It's based on the DC character, but it was like loosely based on the DC character, though.
Okay.
I wish it was more of the DC character.
I mean, I could listen. It's been long enough. This is 97, 2022. If you announced a Steel movie, I would be fine with it, right? Because you had enough time. No Shaq. That's all. So this movie is directed by Kenneth Johnson.
Yep.
And we see going through his writing and directing goes back a long way. He's done things such as the original Bionic Woman, the original $6 Million Man. Let's see. You said he wrote and directed like 4 episodes of. So he wrote a lot of them, as in like, I think almost all of them.
Yeah.
But he directed 4 episodes of the Incredible Hulk original television series, right?
Yeah.
Because you go down, it's like 80 something. So yeah, this dude was interested in a lot of comic book stuff. Wow, the original V miniseries. Okay. And then when they brought it back, he did V. Again, I'm not too familiar with that series, so I don't know too much. He also directed Alienation. Everybody remembers that from the mid-90s.
I think V was the chick from Deadpool. She's in it. It was like a Mars invades like the U.S. and stuff like that. It was actually a pretty good show. I remember seeing it.
Okay. So that is him. Him. Let's see. Yeah, we just go to the stars. Obviously, everybody knows this movie stars Shaquille O'Neal as John Henry Irons, aka Steel, Annabeth Gish as Sparky, Judd Nelson as Nathaniel Burke, Richard Roundtree, aka the original Shaft.
They mentioned it too.
They make a little joke.
Yeah.
As Uncle Joe, Irma P. Hall as Grandma Odessa, Ray J as Martin, Charles Napier as Colonel David, Carrie Keene as Senator. Is that about it?
Yeah.
Eric Pierpoint as Major, Tim B. Locke as Norma. I don't think anybody else going down the list.
Hill
Pops
Harper.
out.
Hill Harper was Slate with the dude with the eye patch and shit.
Oh, Slash.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was him.
Oh, he wasn't. Oh yeah, he's really familiar. What's he? What else is he in? That dude is like low key, like a bit
He
player
Got
in a lot of
Game?
movies. But he's not the main guy.
Nah, but he's
League
a
game.
big character in it. I think he was his friend and shit.
Yeah. But he's in like a lot of things. He's in Soul Food.
Yeah, he's in a lot of
little bit part, like back, like he'll be like the second to a lot of people, kind of like he is in this movie. Actually, he gets screen time, so true enough. He's actually one of my favorite characters in the movie too, because he's actually ridiculous. Like his gangster character. I think the gang members are my favorite characters because whenever they go to do a robbery spree, they are so hyped. Yeah. Because they have super powered weapons and they just get to rob banks. Like, it's so stupid. So as we said, this is loosely based on the DC Comics character. Yeah. Obviously there's a bit of a throwback, John Henry Irons, to the original what is his name? John Henry? I think it's not Irons, obviously. Yeah. The original with the he out hammered the machine. I think that was the legend. Yeah. John Henry, and then he died. They loosely mention it in the movie. Yeah. But like that's a classic reference and stuff. I don't believe that's real. Then again, I don't know. Maybe a man did die hammering more railroad spikes in the machine. Maybe he did. I don't know. But his character basically is he's ex-military, and kind of you see why he's ex-military in this movie. You see this at one point. There's an introduction of new weaponry into the military, and you feel like they're testing it, right? Yeah. You see Shaq's character is really good using it, but he's using it on the settings to stun, not kill. Yeah. That's a thing they specifically mention. And his commanding officer, who was Nathaniel Burke, played by Judd Nelson, I don't know how he got that position. Is insanely evil. His commanding officer is at first I thought he was trying to be a kiss ass to the senator. But you really see he's nuts. Yeah. He wants to destroy stuff. So like the first time you meet him, you don't really think much of it. You just see that he is suspicious of Shaq and Sparky's relationship, because he's like, what's up with these two? We got this secret pinky hand, this index finger handshake they got going on. Yeah. What's going on? Spoiler alert, nothing. They're just really good friends. Yeah. They're kind of really like just nerdy buddies, actually. Yeah. So that's like their relationship. But you see him snooping around, and then you think, oh, he just doesn't want that. Then you find out really he's just a dirtbag that wants to give the U.S. Army murder weapons. And really, he does it. Yeah. But in the beginning, when you see him show off the weapon, he puts it at full strength, which the lady tells him has not been tested. That basically backfires in the demonstration, because it blows up the building, but it also ricochets, blows up the building they're standing in, like the facade. It falls down on Sparky. She loses her legs, like the use of her legs, and that basically causes Steel to be like, I'm out. Yep. Because his commanding officer is evil, so he's like, I'm out. So he wants to give back to his community. He's hanging out with his Uncle Joe in the junkyard, and from there he goes and meets his family to see the grandma. You see Ray J, who's like I guess that's not his little brother, right? Is it his little brother?
I think it's his little brother or his cousin or something.
Because at one point he says, oh yeah, my brother is Steel. I'm like, does he say brother? I'm like, wow.
I think it's his little brother.
So yeah. Also, it's interesting because his when you see it though, he doesn't have a last name. Like Ray J's character does not have a last name. Yeah. So it's not like you can say his name is Martin Irons. Yeah. So it's like that's kind of why it's confusing. Yeah. But I believe he is. So she's taking care of the grandma though is taking care of both of them. Yeah. Or rather Ray J, and then Shaq comes back. There's this whole subplot of the grandma trying to learn French cooking, which like they try to play it as funny. It's not really that funny. No. But the main reason I don't think this movie is as bad as I initially thought it was because I see what they're going for.
Yeah.
It's really is framed more of an uplifting African American movie where they try to make a positive black superhero. I think the marketing of the movie hurt it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because I remember the commercials for this and all they played was like hip hop music and showed like explosions and stuff. And it's like, there's not really that many hip hop songs in the soundtrack of the movie when you're watching it.
Yeah.
It's got a surprising amount of gospel songs in it.
Yeah, it was like honestly, if I had to put something that kind of reminded me of, it was Meteor Man.
Yeah, It's closer. This is closer to Meteor Man than I think it is, even to, like you said, to Blank Man, because it's
Blank Man was just like using the junk to make shit. That was what I got off of Blank Man.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so this one has a subplot, or no. This is like the main plot because Steel low key reminds me of Batman because he has eventually Sparky becomes his
Oracle.
What's Black Girl? His Oracle. Thank you.
Because she's in the wheelchair too.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's 1-to-1.
She's
It's basically
the girl in the
she is
chair.
the Oracle. But does she predate Oracle? 97.
Well, Oracle was handicapped like early 90s.
Is that before this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, so no, like it would be like 94, 95
Yeah,
or
because
something like that.
Batman
Not yet.
Killing Joke was like 87.
Oh, I didn't
he
even realize it
paralyzed
was that
her
old.
then,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right. So that's a direct influence, it seems like.
Yeah.
Right? Can't believe. Like you basically have like she has the cool the communications, the small ass earpiece that's two-way that has a 20-mile radius. This is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
The sea over.
Like it's a yeah. Like you see a lot of stuff. She goes through like a little bit of an emotional arc because it makes sense. She lost her legs. That's crazy. You know, first you see she thinks she's straight up dead because she basically got flattened by a piece of sheetrock. So at least she's alive.
The damn sheetrock.
Damn sheetrock.
I did not like the suit at all.
The suit was bad.
It's very bad.
The suit is ugly. The suit's ugly.
And I don't get why he tried to have a secret identity when he's the only 7'2" dude in his neighborhood.
Well, I would just put it this way. They were trying to be faithful, but in being faithful, they were not faithful enough because, and this is why it's kind of, I won't say impossible, but you're going to have to spring for the money. Because the suit that Steel had, his entire head was encased in iron.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
So to make that commitment for Shaq is like, I don't know if they even had the technology to put a man's head in a rubber suit completely for any length of time.
Honestly, I don't even think he needed the headpiece. That's the thing. It's like, yo, you're 7'2" in a neighborhood that everyone's going to know who you are. You don't need the head mask.
Well, no, he needs something to protect his head because he's going to get shot. He's in the hood. He's in the hood. No, you just said where hard.
You know how long Batman had showed his face? He didn't shoot him in that. They never shot him in the mouth. They shot him in the chest.
Hard hat.
He just has to have a yellow emblem. Like he should have had the S on his chest.
Face. He has the face. He has the face, the mouth exposed like Batman. So listen, man. It's more that his costume is ugly.
Yeah, he just needs the target.
Ugly.
He needs the target on his chest. That's about it.
He has. He also they did not give him the benefit of the S on the suit.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like I was a little disappointed they didn't have the Superman connection to him.
So like they have the thing where we know Shaq has a real Superman tattoo.
Yeah.
On his arm. Also, Braun Strowman does.
Yeah. He's gonna be Steel too.
I mean, listen, I know people would get up in arms, but it's only fair, I think, if you let Braun Strowman be Steel.
Where's Sidekick?
Because Shaq is too old, and who else is like that? That's Luke Cage. I don't think he's good enough. That guy.
Luke Cage is like, it's made to look a lot bigger than he is, though.
Oh, that guy's not that.
He's big, but he's not as big as they made him seem. Like in the show, they made him seem like he was like 6'8", 6'9". The dude's like 6'2", 6'1".
Okay, he's like a regular tall guy size, not giant man size.
He got big ass.
Understood.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could have Braun Strowman, but he ain't black, so people gonna be up in arms. But I'm just saying, look at him. Got you. But again, going into the costume and stuff, I think that's where the hardest part to like give it the most props is just because you just go, well, look at it. It's hard. Y'all could have did better. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, for all they wanted to do to make this stand out, I think they really failed on the suit part.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the cape. It doesn't have the symbol. It's ugly in general. I think that's the biggest failure of this movie is like the hero's costume is just atrocious looking. And I mean, it doesn't help that Shaq is mad stiff.
Yeah.
And due to the costume, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Because this is still young Shaq. Yeah. So this is some stuff where you can see he can still physically move around. He can lift his legs. And he could jump because he was still an active basketball player. And man, remember this is the 90s, 97.
Yeah.
Dude played for a while.
Yeah.
Before
he just went to the Lakers at this time.
So like, he was still fresh. This is before the Kobe how my ass tastes incident.
Yeah.
Before they had the fight. So again, I think that did a disservice to a lot of this. It made the on-screen hero moments a little more hokey, but that was the hokey, not in a good way.
Yeah.
I think you said it had a lot of tropes. I think that's the one thing I agree with you. Like the most on is like, it's got mad tropes.
Yeah. It has like the basic stuff, like the hype, the gospel music when he's ready to get back up and fucking doing his like they had the montage.
But again, down to the grandma and the little boy, the little sidekick. Yeah, the cookout. It's got it does have a lot of like ethnic tropes for it. It's just that those parts I can let slide because they weren't darn bad. They weren't like I wasn't sitting there groaning. This sucks. No, the suit sucks. Yeah.
So what are you gonna give it?
I liked it more than I thought I was. I'm actually gonna give it a 3.
Okay. So
I like the supporting characters. I really do. Shaq was not the best actor, but he didn't make me go, man, you suck.
So your 3s consist of The Shadow, Guyver, and Superman 3.
Above Super? No. I say above Superman 3.
Okay.
Above Superman 3.
Steel.
Like you know what? I put it in this movie does serve a purpose.
Yeah.
Because I see what it was going for. Yeah. It's messed up to say it. We still not there yet.
Yeah.
We still got a long ways to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on a Miles Morales movie, like Spider-Man movie, because that's gonna like not animated.
That movie was amazing though.
But it was. But I want the effort.
Well, you got like Black Panther.
No. I understand, but we could sit here and talk about what movies endeared you. The Spider-Man movie still will endure more people.
Yeah.
Even than a Black Panther. Like I think that the generational shift has happened. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So like the big like beacon is Miles.
Yeah.
Especially for younger people.
Yeah.
Black Panther was for us. Right now, he was for like the 30 somethings.
Yeah, Miles would be interesting. Miles, yeah.
I don't know who. I'm not in the young black actor circuit. I don't know who's like that today. That could pull that off.
I was talking to this with Jackie. Shout outs to her, and I said like, who actually will make a good cut, and he's still really young and could do a good Miles, is one of the kids in Blackish, the younger kid, the one that's a twin with the little girl.
I'm not familiar.
He's like the youngest son in the show. I think he could be a good Miles Morales.
Gotcha.
He's still young. I think he's only like 13 or 14 years old.
Perfect.
And let's see, Blackish. I'll give you the.
And to that end, while you're looking for that, for DC, I think they need a Static Shock.
Yeah, I'll be 100% behind Static Shock. They kind of did it with Black Lightning, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
I
It's the
feel like
effort. I need a movie. I need a movie, and I need you to go all out for it. Not just the budget. I need you to go for the acting. You got to get good directors and stuff. That's what I mean.
He's 16 years old. He's his name is Miles Brown.
Oh, I mean, listen, he's halfway there.
Yeah. So I think he could be a good Miles. He actually has the look. He kind of has his look.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was in Blackish for like most of his career. He was in Blackish. So
Gotcha.
I think he would be good. But I get what you're saying, especially because you're trying to get a character that you could relate to and kind of in the same area as you, kind of thing. Like what Spider-Man is to New York. Like a lot of New Yorkers can relate to him because he's fucking broke and he fucking has to work and he has to save people and things like that. So yeah, I could see that. And seeing, especially how Static Shock was portrayed, especially in the cartoon, he was that beacon of like, okay, he's in high school. I can relate to him because he's doing what I'm dealing with. I get that.
Yeah. So that's I get the vibe for this, but it just didn't hit the mark 100%.
Yeah.
That's the reason I give this movie credit. I don't remember that aspect of it.
I'm giving it a 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be my 43rd. Again, I didn't care for the movie. There was things in this movie just annoyed me, but I see where they were going with it. I wish there was more of a DC connection to the character itself, like maybe Superman. And I understand, you're not gonna put Superman in the movie, but you could actually have him have a history with him, or maybe.
I mean, look, Dean Cain could have showed up.
Yeah, Dean Cain could have showed up. At the time, Nicolas Cage could have showed up.
He could have showed up. Yes. Yo, you know I would get this movie a 5 if Nicolas Cage Superman was in this movie.
So like, I feel like that was the big missing piece of this movie because honestly, I did not think it was a DC movie. Honestly. If you would have no knowledge of who Steel was in DC whatsoever, you would have no clue this was a DC movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So that would be my only take in of it. I wish I had more of the DC connection. I would have like the Superman symbol on his chest, the red cape. I would have liked that look of what Steel is. I understand you ain't gonna put the full metal mask on, but at least have those tropes that actually show the case that was a DC character. I think you would have did better with that too. So that was it. Our
would have stood out more. Yeah.
Our next movie for next week is Blade.
Oh, and there we go. Do it right.
Yep. Do it right. So we got Blade up next. We are almost wrapping this up. We have less than 10 movies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies left. Blade is next week. Inspector Gadget is after that. Mystery Men is after that. Virus, Innocent Toxie, The Crow Salvation, The Specials, Unbreakable, and X-Men.
Okay. Again, go out with
the doo-doo. Yeah, so that's it. I guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Okay.
Where you at?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch TV, all Mark with the Mic. Follow our weekly, our Facebook pages, the RedCycloneInc and the Wrestling Bible pages. We are very, very, very active on there, so definitely check that out as well. We did record, so check out coming soon, more of our monthly cast of Shell Shock, Not a Trekkie, Game of Rage. I just posted up this week, and the Morphin Cast. So stay tuned, and there'll be more of those. Those are our monthly casts, and then listen to our weekly cast. They're all on a playlist on SoundCloud. All the movies that we reviewed, they're all on a playlist. If you want a certain particular movie you want to see the review, go directly to that. And it's all there. Remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry. Like Blade.
I want to see Jinkies in a steel suit.
I want to see Jinkies with the Blade haircut.
Yes, let's get a Kage Blade.
I might have to send it to you. There's a comedian that we remember, Patrice O'Neal.
I know exactly.
Okay, Did you ever see the Blade skit he did?
I think I
Somebody
did.
somebody animated a clip of him because he was on Opie and Anthony
Yeah.
before they changed the show to like Jim and Sam,
Yeah.
and he was like he did the voice of like a prisoner who was in jail with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
That's Wesley Snipes, and he was like, "Does Wesley? Does Woody Harrelson really smoke that much weed?" He's like, and when it's time to go to the commissary, they had just him in the bunk bed, and the guy asking him, "Which haircut you want? You want the Demolition Man or you want the Blade?" it's too good. It's
Yeah, I
really
remember
good.
him.
So
Cool.
every time I think of Jiki's and Blade, I remember that. So he knows what's up.
Yeah. All right. Peace out. Later.